I'm Ren. I am a singer from Toronto, Canada, and I sat down today with Media Spotlight UK to have a little conversation. So stay tuned to see that.
Hello, I am Calum Di Lieto. I'm here for Media Spotlight UK, and I am with Ren, which is short for Lauren.
Hello. Yes.
As you will see on all of her handles on Twitter, social media, etc. And we're just here to catch up and talk about some of the exciting projects on the horizon. What I find absolutely shocking is your age versus your success, which is just mad. And
Thank you.
Just to generally have a bit of bants as well, you know? And I feel like you know what bants is. Bants isn't British, is it? Bants is...
I think that is British.
It is British, yeah?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, it's like banter, you know? Banter?
Like a guard?
What?
A bouncer is like a security guard.
Banter, like
banter.
Banter, yeah.
I thought you were saying bouncer.
I was like, banter?
Like, what are you talking
You're like
about?
a guard. No,
Like a
yeah.
security guard? What are you saying right now?
That's that in itself is a bit of banter, to be honest. Yeah. No, just a bit of fun, you know. That's what I meant. Yeah. It clearly went straight over your head, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, God,
wow.
who's this weird British guy?
Okay, cool. Tell me more. Yeah.
Yeah, you're 17, right?
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
And you're balancing school with a world tour.
Yeah, I am. That's a little bit of a. That's the hard part. That's the more difficult part because it is school and it is another. It's like two worlds. It's like I'm living two lives.
Yeah.
You know, Hannah Montana style.
I was gonna go Clark Kent Superman, but you went Hannah
cool
Montana.
Too.
Yeah,
no.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate that one. Yeah. I don't know. I just get that one a lot. Hannah Montana, but the Clark Kent one is sick.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start using that.
'Cause you got more superpowers then.
Yeah.
Although obviously, and you know, we'll very briefly skim over this. You're not actually invulnerable because you've hurt your foot.
I have hurt my foot.
Sorry to hear that, but I love the fact that you're still rocking it on stage regardless.
Yeah, you know what? I think since I'm so young, I heal really fast, and when I have this thing on, I feel nothing, and people like cringe when they see me jump with it on. But I'm like, it just feels so weird to just be like stationed.
Yeah.
And, like, I will suffer later on, but for now,
I need to.
You got to give the people what they want.
Get the people going.
Gets the people going.
Yeah, exactly. No, I
it's
completely
provocative.
Get that. I'm so glad you got that reference as well.
Yeah.
See, we're so on the same page. We're so on the same page. It's great. But yeah, so it's crazy because you're doing so much, and you've released some singles which are incredible, and they all kind of link to each other visually as well, which I love. But like, what would you say is your genre? Like, how would you describe your music?
I would describe my music, more so my upcoming music, as kind of bubblegum grunge or like pop rock. More alternative left of center pop, guitar forward, kind of just remaining, you know, I get a little bit of my influences in there through the like rock part, and then the pop part just kind of, you know, it's fun to write pop songs.
Yeah, because you've said before that like your inspiration is like Nirvana, and then like you've named a few other people that I'm like, this is a very weird cocktail of inspiration.
Yeah, it is a very weird cocktail of inspiration, and that was a good way of putting it. Yeah, that's something I explain to everyone. I'm like, when people ask me who are my favorite artists are, what my favorite, you know, genres, I'm like, I listen to everything but country. Like, test me. Like, literally test me.
Like, test me. Like,
I gotta get more on the country, especially being from Canada. But yeah, I don't know, like everything. I love 90s hip hop. I love rock. I love some pop, you know?
Yeah.
I just, everything kind of.
And I mean, what I find great is you've been doing covers since you were 9. Which is mad, but a lot of them have been like British artists.
Okay, here it is. I was doing an interview in Australia, and they're like, name some of your favorite artists. And I was saying all my artists that I love, and I was like, British. Crap, I need to think of someone that's not British.
No, and you don't.
I love British artists.
Yeah.
I love when the accent like pokes through, and like they just are so cool. Like everything's just cooler here. You know what I mean?
We are very cool.
Yeah. cool people.
I've never actually thought of it like that, but yeah, no, I okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it when the accent pokes through. It's
It's
just
like a different style. I don't know how to explain it. So cool.
So have you heard any kind of like British hip hop, like grime kind
Yeah.
of? Yeah.
Love gigs.
Okay. Talking artist.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stormzy, like, I don't know. It's just like, you guys have cool people. I don't know, I love it.
And is it all providing you a little bit of inspiration for your new projects and things like that?
A little less of the grime, but a little more of the, you know, like kind of like The Cure, you know.
Yeah.
They're British.
You're like, yeah, they're
Friday,
British. They're
I'm
British.
in love. They're British, right? I just don't want to get anything wrong. Clash.
Yeah.
The Smiths. They're British, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm gonna say yes to anyone.
I think they are.
You literally throw anyone. Jay-Z.
This
Yeah, he's British. Yeah.
I ponder life's complexities. They're 100% British. I'm just scared I'm getting it wrong. Drake's British, right? I don't know. I just don't want to get anything wrong.
Your British accent is actually very good.
I thank you.
Impressed.
Yeah,
You've been honing it for many years.
I
'Cause you just
have.
like that cheeky British poke of the sound. That. Yep. Okay. Let's move on with that. Yep.
Yeah, I was Mary Poppins once in a play, and I was the only person in the play that took on the accent. And I think everyone was like, "Why did you do that?"
I think they saw Dick Van Dyke and were a bit concerned about, doing a bad British accent.
Yeah.
And thought, let's just avoid it.
Mary.
Talking of British accents as well, what I noticed from some intensive stalking, like
Yeah.
I've thoroughly stalked
I've
every
done
social
that.
media.
Yeah.
I went to your first ever tweet. Like I went that far back.
I
Like
don't
yeah,
know
it was
about that.
dedication.
Yeah.
To be honest, there wasn't much juicy stuff there. I was
Yeah.
quite
I'm
disappointed.
really bad at Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better.
But what I did notice, and this is going to sound so weird. This is almost like you on Netflix type thing. You have a Baratheon flag in your room.
I do.
Yeah. So British again. Like, is this a Game of Thrones? Are you a Game of Thrones fan?
Yeah.
And do you associate yourself with that particular house?
I do, because Stannis Baratheon was the rightful heir to the throne, and in the books he's not dead yet. They really didn't give his character the proper arc that arc it deserved. And I'm not like, I don't consider Joffrey a Baratheon. He's not a Baratheon. He's a Lannister. I don't associate with those Baratheons, but like Stannis, I can get on. So I have the flag and I love the colors.
This is like proper so I did a bit of research into what makes a Baratheon.
Yeah.
Okay, in terms of some of their personality traits.
Yeah.
And I want to see if any of these identify with you.
Okay.
Okay. Because you're clearly quite passionate about it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is more so than I anticipated.
A Lannister.
Bullheaded and stubborn.
You know what? I'm a Taurus. I don't believe in any of the.
I'm a Taurus as well.
Really?
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
23rd of April.
Oh, May 7th.
So remember that, guys. If you'd like to send in some fan mail on the 23rd, then you know where to.
Yeah. I don't.
So you're stubborn.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I can be stubborn. It depends, the time of the month, the time of the, all the important factors. But I can be stubborn. I used to be a lot more stubborn than I am now. But bullheaded is very accurate because I'm a Taurus. I don't do horoscopes. I don't really believe in horoscopes because they're just stars and it doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, I definitely think I associate with that a little bit. Maybe more in my past life.
Baratheons also are known to have a temper. Would you say you had a temper?
I used to have the worst temper.
That sounds.
When I was younger, though, I don't have a temper anymore.
Okay, because I'm not sure I believe you, but I'm not going to anger you, so let's pretend that I believe you.
Yeah, no,
yeah, of course.
I
You don't have a temper.
Yeah,
You're lovely.
I'm good.
They play to win.
Yeah, I'm really competitive. That's my thing. I'm not particularly good at can't do sports. I can't do sports, but I am so competitive. I'm bad at most things, but I just want to win, I don't know. I think there's a wave that comes over me where I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I can win. I can do it. And yeah, I don't know. Every man for himself when it comes to sports for me.
unjustified competitiveness. Like
Yeah.
no
It's so
talent on the sports
unjustified.
field, but you just
no reason. Yeah.
And the final one, which is a bit more positive for Baratheons, is that apparently they are the first on the dance floor and the last off of the dance floor. Would you say that was you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, well then I knight you, Ren
Thank you.
the Baratheon.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, and it works.
You're welcome. Apparently I've got the power to do that. It is now. It is what it is.
Fine, you're British, so it makes sense. You guys can knight people, right?
Yeah, everyone. That's what we do. So I want to kind of dig a little bit into some of the songs, particularly.
Yeah.
So your latest track, New Ways, which I've had on repeat constantly, and I love the video as well because
Thank you.
what I like about it, because honestly, it rings. I get it. Like the whole premise of the song, or what I've perceived of it, is that sometimes relationships can be a bit too good, too perfect, and it almost jars a little bit. It doesn't. You don't feel invested in it because you're just like, this is too squeaky clean. I need a bit of rough.
Yeah.
And I completely understand that. I get it.
Yeah.
But where, have you been in a relationship like that before? Was that where the inspiration came from?
Yeah, I've had moments like that where I'm like, this is so perfect and I want to start a fight. You know what I mean? Like, not to, I guess that's a stubborn, but I mean, like,
the Baratheon in you.
That's the Baratheon in me. I'm sorry. No, it's like, I want something else, because when it's so good all the time, it just feels like it's too, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it feels like it's too perfect. And the funny thing is, like, not a lot of people say to me, I get the song. People are like, why do you want that? But it's like, things get boring. Like, I need change. I need some drama. I need to get over it. I need to, like, it's good to have the reassurance, after, like, a fight or an argument that, like, this person's still in it for, like, whatever, and they're not just being so friendly because... And
also, I think it tests a relationship, doesn't it? Like, if you can go through difficult times and then come back out on the other side, it sort of strengthens it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Exactly.
And so you kind of need that.
I love all these references. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I want to start a fight. You know what I mean?
Just...
Na, 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 na. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
You gonna dye your hair? You gotta dye your hair?
Oh, yeah. Dude.
And then with IDC.
Yeah.
What I liked about that is it's almost like the prequel to like all of your music, all of the videos. They have that similar look and feel, the sort of 70s/90s hybrid of color and like a wash to them and artisticness.
Yeah. That's what I was going for.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. See? Read it. It was clear.
Yeah.
What you wanted, I was achieved.
Yes.
But one of the tracks, it was Waves.
Yeah.
Waves, I feel like there's almost like a fairy tale aspect to it as well, with the mirror and the rose and things like that. And it almost has this like fairy tale feel to the beginning of the relationship, and then suddenly, the mirror's cracked, there's arguments in the car, things like that.
Yeah.
Again, that's a similar theme almost. It's like you don't want it to be too squeaky clean. You don't want a Disney relationship. You kind of want that. Yeah,
there's a lot of people, especially today with social media, and I don't want to sound like that person that's like, oh, social media, but they see a bunch of relationships, whether it's on YouTube, it's on Instagram, it's like everywhere. And you're like, oh my God, this is so perfect. That's so weird that mine's not like this, especially in movies too. Like, there's such a misconception, and, if it's represented in media visually, people are more, not everyone listens to lyrics, and not everyone understands lyrics the same way other people, or how it was intended to be, interpreted. So yeah, with the visuals, it's kind of important to make it pretty clear and, kind of show that bad relationships do exist, and not bad. If it's bad, get out. But not perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think there's a lyric in there where it says something like, everyone is telling me to run. Or
yeah.
One of the songs is a lyric that says like, everyone's telling me to get out and I'm not.
Yeah.
Or something, and then I'm absolutely butchering your lyrics, by the way.
No, it's fine.
Something like, I clip my wings so that you can fly alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
Smashed it. God. But yeah, like it's like, even though you just sort of sing it in the moment, like actually when you sort of take it out and digest it, like it's deep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's more of like same thing, like kind of just like a visual, like I clip my wings so you could fly, kind of just like a very artsy way of saying like I'm holding back so you could just get out, because I don't know how to tell you I don't want to be here anymore and I don't want to hurt your feelings, but like I'm just gonna pretend that I can't go with you. You know what I mean? I can't move forward.
I get it. I do. I actually get it. And so you mentioned social media there very briefly. There's one of your latest tweets. I did tell you I did some stalking. You said something like, "Do you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to tweet whatever I want." And so
I did.
Have you ever, on any social media platform, put something out there and got in trouble, either professionally or personally?
I don't know if I can I say this?
Yeah, you can. It's fine.
I said, my mom doesn't understand why everyone's so obsessed with eating ass. And and someone messaged me and they were like, take that down. And I was like, why? It's just like, I'm telling you what I'm thinking. And
I just did not see that coming.
That's why I was like, I don't know if I can say it on here.
You can, it's fine.
But this was like the whole time and everyone was like, oh, I'm eating ass. And my mom was like, I don't understand. And I was like, Mom, it's just get with the times. Everyone's eating ass now. I don't know. So someone messaged me and they're like, take that down. Like, that's
poor mom.
Yeah. And I was like, why? Like, she's just expressing herself and I'm using my platform to like, help her. But I also had like 3,000 followers at this point, and I think people were kind of just like, oh, this is a 15-year-old girl like coming on here being like, why is everyone obsessed with eating ass,
Yeah.
Whatever floats your boat. I'm just saying from a mom's perspective, she didn't understand it,
I love it. That is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how to segue from eating ass to your new album, but let's just. So your new album project, your EP, shall we say? Teenage Angst. Oh, there you go. Teenage Angst.
Yeah.
That's sort of a very loose, tenuous link.
Yeah.
So how many of the tracks that have been released are going to be on there, and what else is going to be on there that we can expect? And with the visuals, you're going to keep that same artsy feel to it as well.
Yeah. So there are 2 tracks that are out that are on the EP, and that's New Way and IDC. And then I have 5 more tracks coming out. I have a single coming out on Thursday, and then I guess 4 more tracks by that point. You can expect there's a very diverse kind of, there's a lot of diversity on the EP. There's more, rock, pop. There's more, just like indie. Then there's like, it's very like more left of center pop kind of. I love it. It's gonna touch on, some important, topics, mental health, body image, also relationships, because teenage angst, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just the stuff that teenagers go through. And yeah, with the videos, it's like just keeping the same, like a cohesive, vibe and energy. I like the Lumineers released a very long video called The Ballad of Cleopatra, and they kind of just intertwined all their videos together from that album, and I loved that video, and it kind of gave me an idea. I want to have like a very visually appealing, like cohesive
one
body
project
of
that
work.
Works together.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
I think Kanye West did it with My Beautiful Dark Twisted
Fantasy
as well.
Yeah.
And I think Neo's done it with a piece as well. But it's nice because I think it makes the whole album or EP or it makes everything come together a bit more. And I think sometimes projects can seem a bit disjointed, and it's almost like we've piled a bunch of stuff onto this disc, and there you go. Do you know what I mean? Whereas when you can see it visually linked like that as well, I think it's quite a nice touch.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a whole DVD collection that must not be touched.
Okay, so let's say I took your DVD collection, took the DVDs out, and bought a really incredible shredder that somehow was able to shred DVDs. And shredded every single DVD. Because I didn't want you to be distracted from me.
Wow! Wow! That is psycho. And that, I'm actually got a little bit of a cold sweat.